Alright, so here's gonna be the Squadron 42 update. Something that CIG did promise they would do. They said that they would promise to try to talk a little bit more about Squadron 42. Is it going to be the kind of update that we are looking for as a community and as backers who want to know what the status of Star Citizen is? I don't know. We'll see, right? So let's see what they're going to bring to the table today.
The reason I got into motion capture is I wanted to tell believable stories. There's something I find quite fascinating about tricking people's emotions.
So what are we looking at here? So far, there's nothing new. This is obviously going to be the tram or transportation system that we have at the big Shubin mining station. So far, yeah, they're making sure that they're not spoiling too much, I suppose.
With just the visual medium of whatever's on the screen, and motion capture plays a rather large part in that. Sometimes you could be looking at a head cam and just see like a particular moment for just half a second and know that that's going to be used, and the director can see it as well. It's those exciting moments on set and being able to see scenes be birthed from the stage itself that is why I got into motion capture.
Okay, cool, but this is about Squadron 42. Hey, Revenue, nice to see you today, man. And Rap Space is here as well. Good to see you guys.
What's interesting about gameplay story and seeing that in the game is an unintrusive way of delivering you small story elements or just bringing more life into the world as you walk around it.
Okay, so that was the guy that we saw in mocap. Now he's inside the transport.
Gameplay story is lots of smaller scenes, not full-blown cutscenes, but also not pure gameplay either.
So that could be walking into a bathroom and overhearing a conversation. The user isn't necessarily triggering per se, or they can do small things to trigger, but at the same time they're happening in the universe as a living, breathing thing.
You and Yuri don't have to give us such a hard time.
Oh, I'm sorry. Was that someone else I heard moaning about having to recall all the diags last shift?
Yeah, okay. I haven't been the best either, but complaining's one thing. We used to complain about Nolan all the time too. I don't know, I think she could do a good job if we helped.
So I think the reason why motion capture's such a huge benefit for the game, for Squadron 42 and Star Citizen, is because we're able to shoot in a very short amount of time huge range of animations, and I think if you look at our database at the moment, we have something like 38,000 animations for this.
38,000 animations. That is an insane amount of data and information that they have to create the game. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. You're showing mocap, you got 30,000 animations, but what is the status of the game? When is the game going to get into beta? What's the roadmap for Squadron 42? That's what we want. That's what we want. It's already 2015. We were supposed to answer the call in 2016.
This game. And that it's only because we're able to use motion capture to capture data very quickly and deliver that data to the teams very quickly.
So I think a common misconception with motion capture is that we capture all of this data and then it just seamlessly works with the engine. That definitely isn't the case.
After the mocap shoot's finished, I first need to use a wonderful tool the mocap team have written to actually make my selections, which is to choose which takes I actually want and which parts of those takes I want, whether they're going to be recalled and so on and so forth.
So basically, it's like his job is like a movie director. Basically, it's like he's taking all the different takes. I'm gonna take this one, that one, that one, and that's how he builds up eventually the final scene, which probably is very time consuming. If this could be a reason why it's taking so long, guys. 30,000 different scenes, and he has to do this job for each of the 30,000 different scenes. That is a lot.
This data isn't always necessarily super clean as well, so it's the job of the mocap team to be able to track and retarget that data in order to then deliver it to the animators, who can then do a final pass and get it into game.
So doing pickup shoots is quite a natural part of the process, really. A lot of the original content that we got for gameplay story was captured some time ago, and the game has progressed a lot since then, and we just didn't always have answers to questions way back when the stuff was shot.
For example, the other day we were doing pickups for a character who had to usher the player into a vent, and the original data for all of this kind of left that NPC bystanding, not doing a lot. Whereas with the pickups that we've done now, she actually has a lot more life, and she actually, beckons the player to go in multiple times if the player doesn't decide to do so. It's small things like that that create that believability in the world.
Okay, so they are doing reshoots, which probably must be quite expensive, right? Philip says, to be honest, I think they are a ways off from beta, and it could hurt them to make a roadmap worth anything to beta. It could change all the time, giving the very local people things to whine about. You know what I'm going to whine about, which I find hilarious. I want to bring it back here. This is really looking weird. What is this character looking for in the back of that character? These are the things that we see at R-Corp or at the CBD at Lorville. You see those very weird animations where you have two NPCs doing very weird things together. And we are seeing this right here in Inside Star Citizen. Come on, CIG. You have to put your act together and make sure that things look all right. Oh my gosh. Anyway,
Pickups that we've done now actually
we were
get
here,
to
right?
go in multiple times if the player doesn't decide to do so. It's small things like that that create that believability in the world. It's extremely rewarding to see the finished product after you've done a shoot and it goes into game.
Put a lot of hard work into getting all of the
Okay, so we got the animation review. This is gonna be this is probably in the Idris here, which is the ship that had the Stenton, which is the ship that we are positioning in Squadron 42. So
There's nearly 250 scenes that have been shot. I don't want to make comparisons to other games, but yeah, I definitely think what we're doing goes far and above what's been done in other games, really, in terms of the immersion, the fact that somebody can be busy doing something and you can go up to them, you can have a conversation, you can break away from that conversation mid-flow, and all the animations match. The people aren't rambling, talking to themselves. The whole
yeah, but he's not teaching us anything here. He's not telling us anything that we don't know. We've already been told that this is going to be possible to do for years now. This is something that we actually did see in the Squadron 42 vertical slice. So what kind of update is that? Again, they're telling us what we already know. Ilyanka says, I'm interested in Squadron 42 and have the game, but I'm in for Star Citizen. Basically, all the pledges are mostly for Squadron and some for Star Citizen. In the end, Squadron 42's success will enable to complete the Star Citizen verse. Yep, Ilyanka, that's right. That's right, which is why there are so many people who are so eager to have Squadron 42 released so that we can now finally see some more progress in the verse as well. Absolutely. And I'm 50-50. I'm extremely excited for Squadron 42. I can't wait to jump into the campaign and to do tons of gameplay videos and walk through with you guys on this channel. But at the same time, I also want other star systems to be in. I want to be able to hunt down Vandals in the fringes of the Empire. I want to be able to go to some crazy locations like that planet around a red dwarf, where the sky is always is always pink, which is also probably going to be on Power as well. There are plenty of places I want to I want to be an alien in GN space, like one of the few humans to go there. And maybe have good relationships with fellow aliens and be entirely surrounded by aliens in the verse. That would be awesome too. These are things that, of course, are years ahead of us because we are being hindered by Squadron 42. Absolutely. I like the contrast between mocap and in-game footage, says Rapspace. The roadmap says Squadron 42 is in beta right now. Yeah, I know, Rapspace. Captain Carl says, the problem with this is that they want to promise things to us, the backers. However, this can be damaging if things are delayed, as their lack of communication describing why delays happen. Absolutely, Captain Carl. I think that the whole thing that's responsible for making the backers angry is not the delays, it's that they're not talking about what's going on. That's the thing.
It's believable at the start, the beginning, and the end.
You and Yuri don't have to give us such a hard time.
Oh, I'm sorry. Was that someone else I heard moaning about having to recall all the diags last shift?
Yeah, okay. I haven't been the best either, but complaining's one thing. We used to complain about Nolan all the time.
Their
too.
conversation's a bit loud.
I don't know, I think she could do a good job if we helped.
Some people aren't cut out for command. Sink or swim, right?
Sure. But do you have to be the one who drowns her?
Point taken. I'll try.
Thanks. You ever think it's weird how much we still use all these water analogies in the Navy?
All the time.
Interesting dialogue between the two. And then you come here and...
Hey, look who it is.
Yeah, and then they say... it's too bad they didn't say lieutenant. Because if you remember the Squadron 42 vertical slides, there was a lieutenant, 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 lieutenant all the time, right?
So what did we learn about this week? Well, we learned that the Talon...
All
brings-
right. Well, this is the what did we learn this week? Well, interesting ship, the Talon. I don't know. I'm hesitant. Maybe I'll get one for myself. Maybe. Probably. I don't think it's gonna be the Shrike because I'm not really of a missile guy. I like big guns, size 4 lasers. Man, that is tempting. Tempting. It's a good price point at $90 with Warbird money. We shall see. We shall see. Maybe I'll take one for myself and I'll give it away eventually further down the line. We already know that in September, Buzz69, a member of this community, is giving away a Shrike. So that's going to be one of the giveaways of September. I don't know, man. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, Squadron 42, CIG, you need to give us the status of the game. Telling us nice little update about mocap, is okay, but it doesn't satisfy the community overall. We want to know why. Oh, I'm losing my voice. We want to know what's going on. We want to know why it is delayed. We want to know what the blockers are. We want to know when you think, or at least give us a date, for a beta or something. You need to talk more about that. All right, guys, that's all for this video. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys next time for more Star Citizen content. This is the Eradicator. I'm signing out.